All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well. And peace, love, and salutation to all you Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing His truth and true sincerity. Just an update of the uprisings that's going around the world, all right? And it's slowly coming to America, okay? Now this is from The Guardian. It says, indigenous protesters coverage on Quito as Ecuador president moves out, all right? Let me just show you this right here. All types of sedition going on, man.
Nos coge a nosotros, a los pobres, directamente meternos la mano en el bolsillo y subiendo la gasolina y el diésel. Necesitamos trabajar y nos duele. A los ricos perdonan y a los pobres nos sacan. Por esa razón estamos nosotros aquí, para defender lo nuestro. Nada más. Tenemos que levantar hasta que solucione este problema. Vamos a levantar, no vamos a dejar todo, vamos a levantar hasta que firme, hasta que baje la gasolina. Todo tenemos que levantar.
Hey, man, this is coming to America soon, man. Real soon. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans better get ready, man. All right? You're going to see this in your neighborhood pretty soon. Real soon. That's why we out there every week telling you to get right with the Lord, man. And His name ain't Jesus. Alright, so it says mass and stick welding protesters hurled stones and battled with security forces who responded with tear gas. And you people from Ecuador, alright, you're from the tribe of Asher, one of the 12 tribes of Israel, man, okay? Thousands of indigenous protesters have converged on Ecuador's capital after anti-government demonstrations and clashes prompted the president to move his besieged administration out of Quito. Now, Quito is the capital of Ecuador. On Tuesday afternoon, one group of protesters broke through security lines and briefly surged into the country's National Assembly before they were forced out by police firing tear gas. The legislature was not sitting at the time. Elsewhere, masked and stick welding protesters hurled stones and battled with security forces who responded with tear gas. The South American country of 17 million appeared to be at a dangerous impasse, paralyzed by a lack of public transport and blockaded roads that were taking a toll on an already vulnerable economy. Violence has persisted last week when Lenin Moreno's decision to cut subsidies led to a sharp increase in fuel prices. And you so-called Negroes here, man, you better get ready for the fuel prices in America, man. You know, back in 2008, remember when gas was $5 a gallon? Hey, we're entering into them times, man, all right? It says several oil wells ceased production totaling 65,000 barrels daily because protesters seized installations, the energy ministry said. Now, Ecuador is part of the oil-producing nations, OPEC, okay? The only two South American countries in OPEC is Ecuador and Venezuela, all right? So this is basically the bread and butter of Ecuador's economy, man, all right? Oil. And then it goes into that prophecy of, I think it's Deuteronomy 33, where he should dip his foot in oil. That's talking about the resources of the land where Asher is located. All right, so it says on Monday, police abandoned an armored vehicle to protesters who set it on fire. Elsewhere, rioters smashed car windows, broke into shops, and confronted security forces who fired tear gas to try to disperse swelling crowds. Some footage has shown police beating protesters on the ground. Opponents have accused the Ecuador president's government of human rights abuses and its attempts to quell disturbances, man. All right. So it says Moreno met with cabinet ministers in Guayaquil on Tuesday after moving government operations there from Quito because of security problems. Looks like homeboy scared. There's probably assassination attempts being put on his head right now, man. It's part like Jake likes to say in the hood, putting prices on your head. That's what's probably happening with this president. It says in comments broadcast by the Ecuvisa television network, he said he had the support of Ecuador's institutions and thanked them for the defense of the democratic system. Now this is like you see the democratic system. Now who set that up? All right, what philosophy? Whose philosophy is that? Esau, the so-called white man. These democracies are failing. Esau's way of living is failing these other countries, man. The same thing is going on in Iraq. There's martial law in Iraq. The same thing that's going on in Hong Kong, man. The communist Chinese government is tired of Hong Kong being in that democratic stance, all right? So it's just a coincidence how all these rioting is going on in a place where democracy is set up, okay? So it says in a televised address late Monday, he said he had been the target of a coup attempt, but would not back down from his decision to cut the subsidies. The cuts were among measures announced as part of a $4.2 billion funding plan with the International Monetary Fund, which said the package will strengthen Ecuador's economy and create jobs. Now, the International Monetary Fund was set up by the elites, and it's basically a debt-based system to keep more of these countries in debt, okay? Several military commanders in uniform stood behind Moreno during his address, underscoring the armed forces' support. And I wouldn't be surprised if one of his men took him out, man. All right? Your enemies are the ones that's closest to you, man, especially in these corrupt politics, man. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy gets taken out. And then they set up a puppet leader, man, or they set up a new leader. So it says Moreno called for dialogue to resolve the crisis, but he also claimed that his leftist predecessor and former political patron Rafael Correa is trying to destabilize with the help of Nicolas Maduro's Venezuela's president. Ecuador is among dozens of nations calling for Maduro to leave office. Correa and Moreno have traded allegations of corruption in recent months, and Correa says he and his allies are victims of political persecution. Some 570 people have been arrested for crimes including attacks on people as well as public and private property, according to Juan Sebastian Roldan, the president's private security. All right, it says what we've going through is not a peaceful mobilization. Hey, no shit, Sherlock. It's delinquency and vandalism, Roldan said on Twitter. All right, it says the government last week declared a state of emergency allowed to curb some civil liberties as it tries to restore order. In this country, the United States is still under a national emergency, so it wouldn't take anything. It would take a few demonstrations and a few riots, but you people in America are so dumbed down, all right, that you're not going to rise up until something really happens, all right? So that's the end on that, man, all right? And this is all according to biblical prophecy, man, because this democracy set up by the so-called white man, his whole power structure, this beast system is going to be shut down pretty soon, all right? So, well, shoot, I can go to that one right there, man. But I want to get one in 2nd Esdras. All right, 2nd Esdras, 9. All right, 2nd Esdras 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is that very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. All right, so the Lord is going to visit the world which he made because there's so much wickedness going on, man. Namely from the so-called white man, all right? The other nations are 2/3 of our people, man, all right? Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and we're seeing earthquakes, man, more earthquakes going to happen, more natural disasters, and uproars of the people. These violent demonstrations in Ecuador, Iraq, Okay, can't forget Hong Kong. And there's probably more that's going on. There was something going on in Haiti a couple months ago. I'm not surprised that would still be going on. Our people are mad at these corrupt governments set up under democracy. Okay? So it says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. All right, it says, for like as in all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. The end is manifest, and these different signs out here, man. You know, these uproars of the people. These people are tired of the rent being too damn high. The cost of living is going up. Okay, these people are fed up, man. These people are fed up with good old democracy set up by Whitey, man. Okay. So we're in the last days. If you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans if you didn't get the memo, okay, it's time to stop watching TMZ and take things seriously for once in your life, man. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to Second Ezra, man. Second Ezra chapter 15, and this is gonna happen here in America, man. You so-called Negroes are so comfortable here. Okay, all hell's about to break loose, and it's going to be a dark-skinned face in the middle of all these turmoils and uproars, man. You Negroes is going to be front and center, man. All right, because you're going to be labeled as the next terrorists out here in these American streets. All right, 2 Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. All right, so we're out here to tell you what's going to happen before it happens. And when I said terrorists, man, they're starting all these so-called mass shootings. Who's the face of them now? So-called Negroes and Hispanics, man. You children of Israel, and cause them to be written in paper for their faithful and true. That's why it's written in the Bible. And you so-called Negroes need to get the understanding. You're not getting it from your Christian pastor, man. Okay. But according to Isaiah 6:9, man, the angels blinded 2/3 of our people anyway. So it's gonna fall out their ear. It's gonna go in one ear and not the other until they realize that they had liberty to get this word, man. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So to hell with the non-believers, man. We're about preaching to the elect and the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, man. They gonna get what they gonna get, man. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, mass killings, famine, no food. And I'm sitting out here at work right now, and they got this food truck out here, and Jake is just lining up for the food truck. And it's like, ain't gonna be no food trucks in that day, man. Ain't gonna be no grocery stores. You can't go to Kroger. You can't go to Piggly Wiggly. You can't go to Vaughn's or Save Right or Food Depot in that day. All right, mass death, mass people laying on the streets with their blood and guts leaking out, man. All right, all types of organs popping out of their body, man. Mutilations, stabbings, killings, rapes. All right, and destruction, man. The cities being destroyed, leading up to the nuclear destruction, man. Okay, these cities being wasted, man. The trash man ain't gonna be out there in that day. And as you saw what happened in Ecuador, man, these streets are them streets is being destroyed right now, man. So this is what's coming here to Babylon, aka America. It says, therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Our people, they don't obey the dietary laws. They're homosexuals, they're transgenders, they're pedophiles. They worship other gods. So the Most High has no choice but to put 2/3 of our people down, man, because they're stiff-necked and rebellious. Like I said, he's sending his prophets out there every week. It's getting to the point where in these camps, starting with Great Millstone and these other like-minded men, they're going out there on the weekday warning you. So how many warnings do you need? And pretty soon, the internet is going to shut down. And in many cases of these places where the uproars are going, the internet is shut down. And we know you Negroes and hard-headed Hispanics and hard-headed Native Americans, you love Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. And a lot of you motherfuckers gonna kill yourself when you can't get that. All right? You're going to be just like this white man committing suicide. It says, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Yeah, we tired of this shit, man. We tired of looking at Jake uh, in a downtrodden state, man. Tired of looking at women being out of shape and out of order, man. All right, loudmouth nigga woman, man. Tired of our men being effeminate, man. All right. So it says, and let me see, just give me a sec, man. All right, 2 Ezra 15:9, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. All right, so the Lord is going to avenge the righteous man, those who are crying and sighing and crying and putting up these lessons, having faith, going out there and presenting their body a living sacrifice, man. All right. It says, I'm going to just go down to the point, man. Verse 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Because, hey, man, Jacob's trouble, man. Man, Jacob's trouble is going to be worldwide, man. Okay? Jacob's trouble is going to be unprecedented. They call it Jacob's trouble because you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are descendants of Jacob, man. You're not fucking Africans, okay? So it says, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, okay? You Negroes was put back to sleep with this whole Amber Geiger situation, thinking the white man loves you. All right, he's going to come, man, as soon as this white man can get his hands on you in these race riots, man, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are going to be in shock mode, man. We don't call them the devil for no reason. He's a deceiver. They'll smile in your face, hey, how you doing, buddy? But they want to kill you, man. They want to make the nation of Israel void. Okay, especially with the elites. They want to set up the New World Order. And best believe Esau Edom has something to do with these seditions going around across the world, man. Because they'll be like, man, there's too much chaos going on. We got to set up a New World Order. And that's what they're trying to do. But it'll be overthrown by Yahweh Shemal Shah. It says, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. All right? See where I'm at. All right, 17 minutes. It says, a man shall desire... Well, hold on. Getting a little bit too ahead of myself. Salaki. For this shall be a sedition among men. Now, sedition is the act of going against your government. And you see that going on in Ecuador. And invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. So nobody's going to care. Like, you see that going on right now in Ecuador, man. The president had to go somewhere else. He had to flee, man, because they're trying to kill his ass. That's sedition right now. That's the scripture being fulfilled right now and later on. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. That's martial law. All right? You're not going to be able to go from one city to another. You're not even going to be allowed to leave your house in those days, man. Because there's going to be curfews in America, man. All you Negroes that like to hit the club and love to be at the club and taking pictures in the VIP, ain't going to be no clubs in that day, just to paint you a picture. Ain't going to be no lounges. Ain't going to be no Waffle Houses where you can stop after the club. Ain't going to be none of that. All right? It's going to be curfews. And if you leave your house, it's going to be summary execution. All right? Judge and the jury is going to be out in the streets. And your brains is going to be leaking on the fucking streets, man. All right? It says, for because of their pride, and you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans go after your father, the white man. You love these philosophies of whitey, being proud, being a know-it-all, destroying the earth, contributing to his system. Okay? For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. All right, like I said in my last video when I went into this, all you big tough guys, all you gangsters, all you guys that's throwing up gang signs and tough guys, and you're gonna be sitting there in a fetal position with your thumb in your mouth, man. All right. Verse 19: a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And these are the times we're coming into. It might look like a cool day in October, man. Hey, man, but this is the calm before the storm. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans better get right, okay? Because it's coming to America soon, man. And it's going to be a lot of bloodshed out here. And like I said, I'm at work right now, and I'm looking at a lot of jakes outside. And They don't know what the hell's going on, man. Well, we try to tell you bonehead Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the appendage to come to America, and that's on you. So with that, I want to say shalom, man.